I'm not even here today to talk about this chart, the euro, Canadian dollar, and Forex. I'm actually here to talk about 4 parts of institutional money management. And it's just going over some things that I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to focus on and what I have a lot of questions in. And I have some references that I need to go through and read through. So this video is to recap on something that I actually talked about in one of the Big Four accounting firms videos that I did. And I have so many questions. There's what I was saying in one of the old videos or recent videos is that there's so much that the non-high net worth individual does not know about. You know, the non-high net individual usually is just working a 9-to-5 job, just getting by. And if they aren't going to outside sources to self-educate, they wouldn't even know where to begin, basically. So I tend to delve into things either right at the end or right in the middle, and sometimes I just bite off way more than I can chew, and I finally realized that I need to take a couple steps back and realize, there are foundations, of course, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. It's just to go over the 4 parts and circle everything so that I can actually just narrow in and focus on a couple of things. So part 1 is about foundations. It's about market regulation and performance evaluation and reporting. I mean that the market regulation and performance evaluation and the reporting part, not too concerned about the reporting part yet. Right now, as far as my trading goes, I document every single trade. I look at it. And I actually use Timothy Sykes' Profitly to document all of my trades. However, since I'm in Forex now, I just use the Timothy Sykes Profitly for the equities. I haven't actually tried to plug in numbers there. As far as Forex goes, I'm pretty sure it might be a little bit more tricky because there's swaps and all that. I don't know, but anyways, so for part 1, there's 4 different sections. There's institutional money management, and number 2, there's regulatory issues in institutional investment management. I don't really care about the regulatory issues in institutional investment management right now. And then there's number 3, indexes, the purpose, construction, and performance of indexes, which I'm actually pretty curious about, because in Tony Robbins' book Money Master the Game, he talks about indexes. Actually, I don't even think in the book, but he talks about it in an interview that he shared on YouTube that I had access to. Indexes are pretty important. And then part 4 of part 1 is performance reporting standards and verification. So once I get a little bit more advanced, the whole performance reporting standards and verification will become pretty important later on down the road. Anyways, so here we are at part 2, which is the key individuals to the investment process. You see, I didn't realize how many things are actually an investment. So one of my business lines is going to be buying and selling businesses. I didn't realize or know back in the day that that's part of investing. And I'm just now finding that out. Oh, and by the way, I am shorting EuroCAD. And as you can see, it's dropping, which is fire. I'm so excited, but I didn't buy too many standards. Next time, though, I will be getting some more standards going, okay? Because I'm actually becoming more confident in the trading. The RSI is actually helping me a lot. Thanks to Steve Morrow. There are a couple people posting his videos on YouTube, and from his website, his training is $5,000. But I did hear about the RSI in one of the YouTube videos that was posted, and that RSI is some serious stuff. So I've actually been trading better, having better results looking at the RSI. Anyways, back to the part 2, key individuals to the investment process. So there's the chief investment strategist / economist. And what's amazing is a couple weeks back, I read that the difference between an economist and just like a planner is that the economists take into account every single thing. So for instance, let's say you leave your job to do something else. Well, if you leave your job, the economists, they will calculate everything, the time that it takes to train, the time that it takes to understand stuff, let's say you have to travel somewhere, they include that. It's not just, okay, well, I'm losing $100K a year because I left my job. That's how much I was taking home, blase, whatever. They take into account everything. Anyways, and then under part 2 also are the portfolio managers, the analysts, and the trader. See, I would be perfect in the analyst spot. The portfolio manager part, I'll have to read up more, self-educate on that. I think that would be pretty awesome. Now, trading, I've been doing that for years, and that takes a certain discipline and a certain skill. And the last part of part 2 are the institutional investment consultants. I have not run across very many of those. Let's say, for instance, I do have a couple of friends that are well versed in investments, and so quite frankly, they've been my personal consultant. So I can see where that goes as far as institutional.